Jeremy Adams and Fernando Pasarin reveal the mystery behind the glaive that fell from the sky and how its very presence is plunging Central City into utter chaos, with Flash the only one standing between the weapon and a horde of villains intent on claiming it as their own. Jeremy Adams finally reveals what the deal is with the glaive we've been teased over the last few issues of The Flash, and it doesn't disappoint. I really enjoyed Wally slowly piecing together that this weapon is making everyone act strange, and how before he began figuring it out, he just kind of figured that people were having a bad day, like everyone usually has every once in a while. It's that Flash optimism where he doesn't think anyone is doing anything bad on purpose that really shines through here, and I applaud Adams for showcasing that. Reintroducing Starbreaker was really quite surprising and a lot of fun, since he's a JLA villain we seldom see much of, and then there's also including Eclipso into the mix, which was brilliant and unexpected, especially since his story and motivation most likely connect up to what happened in Infinite Frontier with the Great Darkness, and him being one of the powers vying for control of it against Darkseid. Fernando Pasarin's artwork continues to be on point, filled with so much carefully laid out detail, especially since a lot of the issue takes place in a city street filled with people, and none of the people feel like they're just like blobs coloured in like you get with some artists. Each person has a face and a different shape and design, and I really love that. And I love the amount of chaos that all of the action pages had, with the villains and heroes unleashing all of their powers and everything, all the lightning storms and everything, and I liked the Trickster page with the whoopee cushion breaking every window in the block, and you can see each individual piece of glass from the car windows and the building windows. It's an attention to detail like that you seldom see, and I really appreciate that extra work, because there was definitely probably a lot of work gone into those pages. The Flash issue 775 was a great one-off for the mysterious Glaive story that we've been seeing hints at, revealing some really surprising villains for Wally to deal with, and ending on a magical cliffhanger that continues making me excited for the direction Jeremy Adams is shepherding this book into. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. The Flash issue 775 finds Superman trying to pull the glaive from its impact site in the middle of Central City, with Flash knowing that if anyone could do it, it can be him. Superman, however, finds himself having trouble, with Mr. Terrific theorizing that it might have some sort of magical enchantments that prevent him from lifting it. Superman refuses to give up, yelling at Flash that he will get it. He apologizes, knowing that for some reason that really frustrated him. Flash knows all about that, knowing he felt the same when his kids don't pick up their toys, and he almost broke his foot on their bat wheel. He knows that since travelling through the bodies of other people in the Speed Force, he's had a revelation, knowing that life is all about ups and downs, but everything works out eventually. Michael finds the weapon putting off some strange readings, wanting to get to the lab to test it, as Flash gets a lesson on what a glaive is exactly. Michael isn't too happy that Flash is there instead of his day job, telling him he should go back to work, as Superman says he's got other things to deal with. Flash finds that very un-Boy Scout-like of him, as Michael says that it was probably just him being tired of listening to Wally's jokes. Wally finds that quite rude, zipping home to see Linda, wanting to see her before he headed into work. Linda, however, is upset that he left all of the kitchen cabinets open. Wally says that he'll try and work on that, but Linda has no time for him. Wally begins to see a pattern emerge, wondering if everyone woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. Heading into work, he stops his fellow scientists from beating each other up as they talk about whose theories are right and wrong. He tries to calm them all down, but they all turn on Wally, saying that he hasn't worked there longer than they have, and they don't even know what he does. They seem to bring up the fact that he always mentions Michael, always name-dropping his rich best friend. Wally takes his leave as his watch communicator goes off, knowing that he'll pick this up later. The scientists, however, decide to quit as Wally races off, knowing they might be right and he should spend more time at work, but Michael did say he can come and go as he pleases. Heading downtown to deal with a problem that the communicator alerted him to, he is suddenly hit by lightning. Mr. Terrific appears, saying that he thought he told Wally to get back to work. The T-Spheres begin attacking Wally as Michael rants about how he should have done this a long time ago, upset that the man doesn't take himself seriously, since if he did, he could be more powerful than even Superman. Wally asks what he's talking about, as Mr. Terrific says that his calculations say that there is a 65% chance that Wally will destroy the world at some point. Wally outruns the Spheres, saying that he's got a problem with Michael trying to stop him, but before he can even touch the man, the T-Spheres erect a barrier, predicting where Wally will run next and stopping him from hitting Michael. Wally, however, is smarter, digging himself into the ground and coming up underneath Mr. Terrific, knocking him out, hoping this doesn't mean he's fired. A few blocks away, Trickster unleashes a giant whoopee cushion on the cops, but Flash saves the men from being crushed by some cars. The villain races off for the Glaive, trying to pull it free from its position, feeling it move as Flash knocks him out. Wally wonders how he was able to move the weapon when Superman couldn't, but the thought is put on hold as every other villain in Central City and some from other cities arrive, proclaiming that they are all unworthy of the Glaive. Flash knows that if they all want the Glaive, it means it's bad, unleashing a giant thunderstorm on them all before taking the fight to smaller groups of them, throwing Weather Wizard and Killer Frost into Giganta. Major Force tries to incinerate the hero, but Flash puts Prometheus, Atomic Skull, and other villains in his path, blasting them all unconscious as he takes down Major Force. Rainbow Raider tries to beat Flash to the Glaive, but a car hits him, with the owner getting angry that someone would run in front of him while he was on the road. Flash notes that all the people around the area are fighting with each other, knowing the Glaive is the reason. He grabs it, applying his lightning to the weapon and trying to pull it free, but all that happens is the ground shakes. The people accuse Flash of starting an earthquake, calling him a jerk as Wally leaves, knowing the whole city is losing it. Returning to the lab, he takes some of the crystalline shielding they were working on, hoping it negates the effects of the staff. He tries to build a shield around it, but the people begin throwing rocks at him, forcing him to work at super speed. The shield goes up and the people all turn back to normal, and even the villains are returned to normal, with them saying that they will be back as soon as they know why they were there in the first place. Flash soon spots a black goo inside the shield as it explodes out, destroying the entire crystalline shield and covering the entire city again, causing people to react in anger. Wally thinks he's just made things worse as a beam of energy crashes into the area, destroying the entire road as Starbreaker arrives, proclaiming that he is there to claim his right. Starbreaker knows that Flash will try and stop him from devouring the weapon of evil, attacking the hero. Flash, however, beats him down, but Starbreaker wishes the hero would remember him as he is an energy vampire, and all the hitting that Flash did along with all the hate that is wafting through the city has empowered him. Flash knows that after a while, all the bad guys start to blend together as he slows down time, speeding towards the villain, but Starbreaker grabs him, tossing Flash away as he proclaims that the Glaive will give him unstoppable power, and with the power of hate, he will become the ruler of the universe. He grabs the Glaive, taking up the weapon, but suddenly realizes he was wrong as he is infected with a black goo that covers the entire area in a black void as it's revealed that Starbreaker has been possessed by Eclipso. Eclipso is glad to finally be freed from his prison, wanting to have his revenge on the cosmos. Flash knows it all makes sense now, and he used the weapon to reel in some big strong bait for him to possess, knowing that he was more scared of the vampire guy than Eclipso. Eclipso demands his silence, knowing that he needed someone who isn't just powerful, but someone that thirsts for power and is weak in will, and people like Superman, who he infected with his anger, wouldn't let him in deeper. So he called others, corrupting the entire city to pull someone towards him. But Flash felt nothing, wondering why the hero ignored the call. Wally says he just doesn't believe in anger and he's more content in all of the things these days. He hopes the villain is ready to be defeated since he has to run home and deal with a wife who thinks he leaves cupboard doors open all the time. Eclipso knows that Flash is beneath him and time is of the essence, warning Flash to look to the heavens for his return since it will be with vengeance. Eclipso leaves Earth, with Flash calling that a win. He grabs the spear, calling Linda and telling her that he knows that she didn't mean what she said and he will come home as soon as he can. Soon a portal from Dr. Fate appears, so he tells Linda that something else has come up and he's going to be late. He approaches the portal and is pulled in by the injured Dr. Fate, who says that the fate of the universe is in his hands. But Wally hopes it's not, since his hands aren't really his best feature.